Hi, welcome back to our 7-minute tips for a DIY retirement. This is tip number 3. Don't overpay for advice. We already showed you how much more a 1% AUM is going to cost versus a low-cost ETF over the decades of your retirement. Instead of the dollars, I'm going to look at some of the cents on why you should be in charge of your own retirement. As I explained in this video over here, the fiduciary fallacy, the real fallacy is that you need to trust someone else more than yourself. The real fiduciary in your DIY retirement is you. You're the one that's going to act in your own best interest. Fiduciary duty is a responsibility and a legal standard. And if somebody is a fiduciary, they should act like a fiduciary. If they're a trusted advisor, they should offer you advice that you can trust. If you don't trust that advice, get a new trusted advisor. Just earlier this year, in March of 2026, the Department of Labor finally shelved that second attempt to install a fiduciary rule on all people offering advices in retirement plans. Now that is the second time this fiduciary rule was proposed, but then shelved. Governmental rules will change, but you are in charge of your retirement. So what is a 1% AUM financial planner really selling you with this idea that I'm going to take 1% of your retirement assets each year and that'll be my fee? What are they selling? Well, they're selling trust. They're selling you that they are smarter than you and it's worth 1% of your retirement pot each year to get their advice. And I'm just here to tell you that's not always the case. In many cases, a DIY retirement is going to save you money and empower you to enact a low-cost retirement plan as opposed to some of the really complicated plans that fiduciaries come up with. An AUM advisor is going to be incented to keep the AUM pot pretty big, and that is not always the best course for your retirement. But one of the things AUM advisors stress is that they're here to hold your hand during times when the market gets rough. Well, that's a lot of hand holding for 30 years, good years and bad years. And by the way, when a fiduciary says that we only make money when you make money, they're not telling you the truth. They make money whether you make money or lose money. They make a percent every year out of your retirement pot. So I've also seen in Boglehead chat groups and other social media where AUM advisors have gotten retirees into some very expensive products. Here are some of the things that could be snuck into a 1% AUM a retirement that may end up costing you a lot of money. An annuity product, a actively managed mutual fund with a high expense ratio on top of the 1% AUM. Well, if I go to my CPA or my estate planner, they charge me a fee for their work. Sometimes it's by the hour, but mostly it's by a project fee. And I know that I don't have to pay an AUM calculated fee to an estate planner on the size of my estate. And I don't have to pay an AUM-based fee for my tax return on a complex year based on the size of my estate. As I say, it's your retirement, so always do your own due diligence and hire a professional if you need one. If you need one, I strongly suggest you go with advice-only planners. I'll put some links to some well-known organizations that concentrate on this advice-only form of financial planning. But I would start with getting free advice from trusted advisors, and don't let people tell you that, well, that's a commission-based broker or a life insurance agent selling you something. Again, they're offering you advice. Listen to the advice, you make the decisions. Again, I believe a DIY retirement is a better choice for many of us. We don't have complicated retirements unless somebody else convinces us we do. Make it simple and do it yourself. The math adds up to a scary story if you overpay for advice. As we talked about it could cost you hundreds of thousands in fees over the decades of your DIY retirement. But the other way it harms you is that it takes power away from you and gives it to others. Rather than do that, be educated and tackle the job yourself. It's your retirement and your rules. You've got this. Now next week, we'll look at tip number 4, finding the right tools. And I'll look at Bolden, which is the closest thing I've found to financial planning in a box for a DIY retiree. But I'll also look at some of the tools and the spreadsheets that I've created to do what Bolden doesn't do and help me manage my DIY retirement. See you next week for that. Please be sure to comment below and make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. It'll help this channel be seen by other potential DIY retirees.